down in the next 6 to 8 weeks, just like, kill it.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
100%. Now that things are hot again, definitely.
Yeah, like trading, PGIR,
Right.
Everything.
Yeah. Okay, we're back live. Maybe we want to tweet that out again. Or 1 sec. I'll do a tweet. We back. JD Paper Stacks. Keep getting bounced. Yeah, sorry guys. That was. I guess it was my fault on my end. The stream just seemed to crash. That's so funny. I mean, kind of not funny, but at the same time it is.
All right, let me see.
Just going to throw out a tweet. We are back live.
At me and I'll retweet it.
Okay, so much action. We crashed Twitch. And I'll at Hugh. And I'm going to at Brady because he was hosting us as well.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. He's awesome, man. He's really been helping us out.
Oh, dude, Brady's dude. I'll tell you what. I really wish I was better at more Momo because those guys just kill it.
Yeah.
Those guys just kill it. Brady, Scalper Ryan. I know you had him on 2 days ago or yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. I mean, and they're such just genuinely great guys. They're all just trying to do, what's best for their families, and I think that's just awesome. They're not trying to I don't know, for me, my goal is always to be fuck you, Rich, and like Brady and I talked. Brady was like, dude, I just want to help people make money, and just support my family and see my kids grow up. And I was like, damn, dude, that really puts stuff in perspective,
Yeah, got you. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay. Anyway, I think everything's good. Sorry, I was just making sure everything checks out there. God dang, dude. Okay. What were we talking about? We were talking about what was it? I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, no, Brady and those Momo guys, they're incredible, man, and I'm gonna try to get them all through on the Twitch streams and kind of try to have. I'll see who responds and get some of them on because there's just so much to learn there. And Momo Chat's been killing it, man. I mean, you guys aren't putting out 120 percenters every day, and I don't know what's up with that, but
yeah, I think yeah. My strategy is definitely my strategy is really different, and it's not easy for a lot of people to follow my strategy because it takes so much patience. It takes so much patience, and I think before the stream, the guys are saying that we were talking about DD and stuff, and I think that's that's kind of where my bread and butter is,
Yes.
And obviously I need a good market. I can't really swing stuff during a pop and drop market, or else I got to be super methodical about it, and that's part of the thing is that I started releasing. I was releasing DD after hours so that it couldn't get bid up, but then it was gapping up overnight, and I was like, oh man, it's so tough because I want to do these reports, but then at the same time hey, guys, don't bid this up, So it's tough for me because sometimes, or even for me, it's tough because sometimes my secret swings or the swings that I don't tweet about do so much better, and that's just because it's tough when I have even my own friends inside the stocks that I trade. It goes down 5%, and they're like, dude, what do I do?
Right.
And for me, my strategy used to be every 20% I would add. So it would go down 20%, I would add. It would go down 20%, and I would add. And that's just not something that I know a lot of people can handle.
Right.
And that's fine. It's just it's a tough strategy, especially in a market where we're seeing the pop and drop. So that's why I try and say I scale into positions. It requires patience, and inside the market that we've seen inside the past 2 years, you haven't needed patience.
Exactly. So So you're a swing trader, right? You kind of. I think you said you're diving a little bit in day trading in recent times, just because of you know how things were kind of going with the swings and all that. What was your day trading strategy like when you were maybe you had some more cash on hand, and did you have to change your strategy at all?
Sorry, for the swing or for the day?
For the day trading.
Yeah, so for the day trading, no, for sure. Um, for the day trading, it was really simple. I keep my losses small and my winners run because, and I preach about this on PGIR. Is that buy on support. Like I don't need to day trade, and I also don't need to swing trade. Like I'd rather the mentality that always used to kill me that I never understood was, the mentality of it's better to not lose or not make than to lose money.
Right.
Like there's no point in forcing something. So that was my biggest thing was that I used to force stuff and then I would lose. So when I became this mentality of, hey, don't force anything. It's okay to sit on your hands because having the same balance at the end of the day is better than losing money. And it sounds so simple, but it's so tough for newer traders to come into the market and not trade.
Right.
Because they just want to like, hey, if I can just squeeze out $400, that would be, huge.
Right.
And I get that, but that's when you have to like stop yourself. So as far as day trading, I'll identify, like, for instance, like Reed, REED the other day.
Yeah.
It was like I think it was the only day trade that I took this week. And, it came down, when I was looking at like the 1 hour, 1 day, 1 minute or whatever, it hit like 110 or whatever. And then it came down to, I think, like 104 or something. Yeah. Or like even, what was it? It hit 105 and then it hit a new high a day. So it was like 13 cents per share. That was a nice move. That was a nice move. And so, I could have bought it at like 115 and then added more, but instead I just waited for it to come down, break right below view up at that 107. I added like 105 to 107, and then it hit 118 like a few minutes later for what is that, like a 10% gain?
Yeah.
And I think I sold it for like a 6% gain or something.
Wow.
And so that's part of like what I talk about is that I sat on my hands. I waited for it to come down to VWAP. Perfect. It wicked underneath VWAP for 1 second. I added it there, and then hit a new high a day. And,
Man.
it was a quick 6%.
Yeah, exactly.
Made a little bit of money and moved on.
Yeah, scalp trading, right? What indicators are you using on your charts for day trading?
Yeah, Gary Trades or Mystic Mac has the best video on this, or that's where I got my video from.
Gotcha.
He kind of set me up. I used the 90 MA, the VWAP, the 200-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average, and that's really all I use for my swing trading. I only use the VWAP. I only use VWAP, and sometimes I use the 200-day, but besides that, that's it. And even now for day trading, like I don't I don't really use the indicators. They just kind of give me like a sense of where they're at. Because if the indicator, especially like when I like to go short, if I see that the stock is, let's call it 35% above the 9 EMA, then I know that it should pull back rather soon, at least a little bit.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No. Awesome. If you guys aren't following Gary, hit him up on Twitter, and he's got some great videos on indicator stuff like that. Alrighty. Now, when you're taking a day trade, and you have a lot of indicators saying, okay, this is a good time to buy into it. How heavy are you going?
That's a great question. And it really depends on the float. It depends on how the stock's moving, how liquid it is. Sometimes I'll take like a $20,000 position. Sometimes I'll take a $500,000 position.
Gotcha.
It's really it's between there, and it's based on like I don't need to, like, I don't sit there and be like, okay, I need to have 100,000 inside this position. I don't sit there and say, okay, I need to have 200,000 inside this position. That's not how I do it. I kind of say, okay, this is a good place to buy. I'll buy 20,000 worth. And then the stock goes, great. Then the stock goes, and I make money on 20,000. Like a lot of people get stuck. Like, okay, I need to have 10,000 inside this stock. So then they end up chasing it, and that's not the way to go.
Right.
In my opinion, that's not the way to go because that's how you chase it and then it pulls back. Now you're back to even. If it goes down a little bit, then you're like, fuck, why didn't I add?
Yeah.
And I think that's really really tough to because then it messes with your emotions. So for me, it's hey, I'm gonna add 20,000 as a starter. If I get to add more, great. If not, whatever. Like some of my best, some of my best swings for DD are stuff where like I put on the starter and all of a sudden like I never see that price again. And I could get mad at myself for not adding more, but
it's
why
working,
do that?
right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's doing what I wanted to do.
Exactly.
But I do like to scale into the positions. Like I really do. Like a lot of people, again, newer traders, they want to come into the market and be right away.
Yes.
I always assume, always assume that the stock is going to go lower. And
Exactly.
I usually give myself about a 20% wiggle room. And that's such a hard concept, I feel like, for newer traders.
I know.
But that's really where I like to, that's really where I like to be. Give myself like a 20% buffer. And then, then I can start to worry if it goes down more than that.
Right. No, that's funny. Yeah, you know what? He's right, guys. Like, you're never gonna. If you're consistently buying the bottoms on stocks, I gotta follow you on Twitter because that's incredible. Like, you're never. Don't ever think that you're gonna, nail the bottom and nail the absolute top, right? Always leave some buffer. Scaling into swings, I think, it is a great piece of advice. All right, into a catalyst or whatever you have planned for it. 100%, 110% agree with that. Alrighty. Okay, so is Deb still in the chat? Deb, if you're in the chat, throw a 1 in because this is your question. So she wants to know about the Henny mouse. I guess you had a mouse in your house at some point. Is that right?
Yeah, we did. I saw one like Friday night, and we were literally on. We were on like a mission to find it. We were on a mission to have it, and we ended up not finding it. We have no idea what happened. The exterminator stops by like every 2 weeks, and I just want to. I think that's was a Sean MC 1000. Why would you take a 6% gain but okay with a 20% loss? Yeah. So to clarify, the 6% gain is on like a day trade.
Yeah.
And when I'm day trading, I'm using like small size, like I said, like $20,000, maybe up to 100, maybe 200,000. On my swing trades, I could use sometimes, I've had like 2 million in a stock. So, that's when. So the difference there is that I'm okay with the 6% day trade, and on the swing side, I'll add. I'll give myself a 20% lower buffer. On the swing trade, I'm not doing that. Excuse me. On the day trade, I'm not giving myself a 20% buffer.
Of course.
It's either it works or it doesn't.
Yeah.
On the swing trading, I have conviction with a catalyst. I have DD, and so I'm actually hoping it goes lower so that I can scale in with size.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, no, definitely. So on your swing trades, have you ever cut a trade because it's kind of tanked or kind of, I don't know, maybe the catalyst didn't work out or something happened? Like, what's your cutting point for you?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's super important, especially when you have a smaller account. Like when I was building my account.
Yeah.
When I was building my account, I think there's a few things to note. Is that like for instance, now I don't use every single dollar every single day, but when I was using every single dollar every single day, if I would give the swing anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks to work, and if it didn't work, then I was done with it. In addition, if any bad catalyst came out, I'm done with it.
Gotcha.
Let me see. And then also, sometimes if the chart turned ugly, like let's say that came up and like the high is like 20, came up, tested 18, and rejected that hard. Sometimes I would get out of it. Now it's more like I have a good feel for some small caps, and I just scale into massive positions on some of the ones that I just believe in. But when I was building an account, no, I was so much more disciplined. I would give it, let's say 3 weeks. I would give it 3 weeks. If it wasn't doing anything, low volume, or it was just kind of like trickling down, cut it. Any bad catalyst, cut it.
Gotcha.
No, Bissell I have like a pretty good position. Yeah, that's one of those ones where I was just talking about. I just scale into a massive position, and wait, and that's fine. That's fine.
Right. So on that, so you're a huge part of the Atlas Trading Group. How did you find Atlas, and what was kind of what's your story there for starting the Atlas team?
Yeah, so I originally was posting my own DD, my own reports on Twitter, and that's kind of how I started. And then
Okay.
I would just like I really I was kind of I use my Twitter as a journal. So I actually in the beginning I interacted with nobody.
That's
Like I
so
didn't
funny.
know who like even Kramer like Jim Kramer was. Like I
Right.
just did yeah, you know what I mean? Like I just
Yeah.
used it as my own personal journal. I didn't interact with anyone. And I'd hit some pretty good DD. I'd found some things in filings, and that's how I started talking to some of the guys. And I hadn't even known that like PJ and Zach had known each other.
Right.
And I was actually just talking to them on the side, and then we had that's when I started getting like the FinTwit world, and I met them, and there was only at that time there was only like maybe buy sell shorts Discord was big at that time, and so I joined
Okay.
that. And then Atlas was just starting. Like Atlas was just starting,
Really.
and so I joined that. Yeah. So
That's
I
so
joined
funny.
that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean Atlas hasn't really been around that long. Like buy sell
Wow.
shorts Discord was massive comparative to size, but we were able to bullshit a little bit in Atlas more.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we were just chilling, like we were like fucking around stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Of
that's
course.
yeah, and then it kind of became cool because it was all like we all had different expertise. Where buy sell short, it was just like, hey, this is what I'm swinging.
Just
Like this is where I'm
business.
going,
Right.
and that's fine. It was all like business, no party. Where Atlas, it was like, hey, like Gary was doing Momo. Gary
Yeah.
in the past like 2.5 years has turned like $500 into like four
Bro,
million.
his story is incredible, dude.
Yeah, and so stuff like that. It was like I was like, God, I could never think about doing that. Like day trading from $500 to 4 million, like no way. Um, but in the same token, Gary would rather shoot himself than swing his entire portfolio. Like he'll take a few swings at a time. Like he'll maybe take 3 or 4 swings at a time, but it'll be like half of his account. He would never. He would rather shoot himself than put 75% of his account on swings.
Wow.
So it was cool because we got the bullshit. It was with the boys,
Yeah.
and we were all just banking together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
I think that's probably why it's so popular, right? Atlas is kind of like a mullet, party in the front, business in the back, right?
Yeah, I think it's funny because the mantra has always been like finance has to be like suits and stuff, and I mean you guys see me like like I don't like have Gucci or anything. I
Yeah.
enjoy like my Nike sweatshirts.
Yeah.
I do enjoy my Rolexes and I do enjoy cars, but in general, I feel like we kind of created like this mantra that like, hey, we can do whatever we want. Um,
Right.
like we can do whatever we want. We don't have to dress. We have no boss. Yeah, and we've all the other cool thing about Atlas is that we've all are different, but we've all gone through similar things. Like PJ has done like crypto mining. He's done all types of stuff. And I think the other thing is that's different from like some of the other rooms is that most of us really came from nothing, like
Wow.
nothing, and so we all kind of had like that like that hungrier dogs. I'm forgetting this saying, but it's like hungrier dogs are I forget run faster, something like that.
Right.
And
Right.
so it was cool because we all like when we all found out our stories. Like PJ and I have had health problems, and that's why it was. And then Zach had started with nothing, started scalping during construction hours, stuff like that.
That's crazy. Let's talk a little bit about new traders. You see that stat all the time that 95% of traders will quit, right? What advice can you give to new traders? Like I don't know, maybe you want to keep it to like 5 solid points of advice or something like that. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So I think the biggest thing is that you have to start with beer money.
Yeah.
Everybody everybody goes to college and doesn't expect to make, $250,000, $250,000 salary right away. But for some reason, people come into trading and think that all of a sudden it's like $10,000 days every day,
Yeah.
and that's totally opposite. I compare a lot to athletes. Athletes have a shelf life, most of them, except like Tom Brady. Athletes have a shelf life, and once they hit their climax, they start to go downhill. And trading is literally the exact opposite. Think of trading like, listen, you start as a baby, and instead of hitting like your climax and then going downhill, you only get better with time. Like, you literally only get better with time. Experience is everything inside this game, which is why I think like 90% of the market, it's kind of like everybody has beginner's luck on the table, and then all of a sudden, they get too cocky, or they oversize, or they press, and then all of a sudden, it's they're back to even, or they might even be down. I'd referenced on PGIR today that someone that I talked to had made $80,000 on AMC, and
Wow.
out of $10,000 or something. Like, they had hit options or something, and over the last 3 months, they proceeded to lose all 80 plus 10.
No
And I was
way.
like, listen, dude, like that, and I think that that's like the typical story, not
Yeah.
necessarily the money amount, but you get good, you hit it a few times, and this happened to me as well. You hit it right off the bat really well, and then from there you just proceed to lose it all, or not do it well again. And so that's a super tough thing on the like, this game mentally is so tough. So the biggest thing is that don't expect anything for the first like year and a half, 2 years. Don't expect anything. The other thing that I would say is that start with beer money again, because don't expect anything. You only get better with time. A lot of times people also think like, hey, news comes out, I buy the stock. That's if it's hitting CNBC, it's too late. Like, you're buying the top.
Right.
And so the other thing is that you really have to put in the time. This is all experience-based knowledge. You can sit there and follow me, follow Zach, but until you really find your own strategy, you're never going to be truly successful. Gary used to just follow, or who was it? There was someone who's on the floor now. I'm trying to think back. Maybe it was Gary. I think Gary just used to follow like the trading floor when he first started.
Okay.
And he realized that, like, hey, I can't just follow the trading floor forever. And so Gary did put in the time, put in the effort, and he created his own strategy. And now I use his strategy, and even his mentor, asked for a strategy, like the same guy that got him into the market. So I think it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, like, yeah, you can kind of copy what I do, but until you really find your own strategy, you're not going to be successful, and you're not going to make what you want.
Exactly.
Out of it, and it's always going to be inside the back of your head, like, hey, if you just decides to retire tomorrow,
right?
what happens,
Yeah.
or if Zach decides that he just wants to buy an island and be done with it, or Brady, or Rocky Kitchen Bob, and that's like, that's a tough thing on your head, on your mentality.
Yeah, 100%. It's that learning to fish instead of just buying the fish at the store or whatever, right? If Atlas decides to close shop tomorrow, what are we going to do, right? We need to we can take those calls, and we can do our DD on what you guys are talking about. But until we actually learn our own strategy and how we can really help ourselves and find that growth, I think that's the key, traders. Let me see here. All right, let's talk a little bit about sectors and the market heating up a bit. What do you think is going to heat up for going into the summer? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I think I touched on this earlier, but I really like bios. But I think we've seen a huge inflow back into growth, and there's a lot of bios that have just gotten killed.
Yeah.
And so I think bios are going to be the next sector to go. And especially with this catalyst of ASCO, and then also we have I think EVs are going to go eventually. Again,
Okay. Okay.
a lot of them are back down to where they were, if not lower.
I know.
So I think, yeah, I think that we're going to see bios for a little bit, and then from there we're going to go to EVs, and then from there we might see like some opening like opening plays and stuff. So that's why like I wouldn't mind just accumulating bios, EVs, and opening plays, and just kind of relaxing. That's like when you see growth. It comes down to simple supply and demand. We saw growth. We saw a huge outflow after the whole GME thing,
Right.
and every like there was not one growth stock that was up over like that 2 month period, and that's just because it's supply and demand. Everybody was selling, huge outflow, so there's nowhere to go, there's no bid, so they just sell into the bid, take it lower. Now we're seeing the exact opposite. There's very little ask, or there's very little supply, so any buying just brings it up. Like some days, you look at the scanners, and there's not necessarily like a 200% runner, but instead the entire growth is up like 20%. And so my ideal thing is just that like I accumulate bottomed out stuff inside the sectors that I think inside the three sectors that I believe will run, which is EV, bio, and I think like opening up plays like hotels, stuff like that, and just sit back and just let them work. That's like like that's what I want. Just let them work.
100%. That passive income, right?
Yeah, I mean that's really like what I like, and then I'll short stuff on the side, smart money. I'll short stuff on the side for fun, things like that, and then just and that's how you like double and triple your account. Is it just like you have conviction, do the DD. I find stocks that I like inside the sector that I think is going to run, and I think have the most upside, and I just scale into position. Sit back. If they have news that I don't, if they have news that and I'm waiting for better news, then I'll sell some, buy some back. That's like paying yourself a little bit, things like that. And that's kind of how I don't like to overcomplicate things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not super smart. I don't like to sit there and complicate things. I just like to do my thing, like to scale into positions, sell some on rips, buy some on dips, and just wait for the catalyst to come. Or hell, like I love when things just slow grind up. Like that's I love it. I love when things slow grind up. It's so beautiful. I like natural growth. I like just I like to build a thesis and a position around I'd like to build a thesis and position around my DD, and I love it.
100%. I love that. Let's transition a little bit. So Roth IRAs, right? We'll just touch on this. There's a couple points here. I just have two more questions that were submitted. Roth IRAs, we don't have that in Canada, and we have a lot of Canadian traders, especially my following. So how does that what exactly is a Roth IRA, and is it similar to a TFSA? A tax-free savings account. Is that kind of what's your strategy with that? I know you preach about them a lot. So
no, exactly. It's let me see. Yeah, so TFSA, a lot of people like that better, and I totally understand that. For me, the Roth IRA is you can fight about this a lot, but especially for where I'm at right now. I'm 22. I have, let's call it 40 years until I'm going to really start to touch that money. And for me, I want that to be tax free. One of the things that a lot of people don't understand is that, your traditional IRA, although it's an employer match, if you have $300,000 in there, a majority, a lot can go to the government, like a lot. And if your marginal tax rate is 30% after when you retire, which is what you want it to be, because obviously higher tax rate, more money you're making, etc. Well, 30% of $100,000 is $30,000.
Exactly.
30% of $1 million is $300,000. Where the Roth IRA, I don't have to worry about that. So we can go back and forth and say, hey, you don't get an employer match, anything like that. Well, guess what? I don't work for anybody, so I don't have an employer match. So for me, the Roth IRA makes the most sense. Can I write it off? Can I write a traditional off against my income? Yes. Yes, you totally can. But guess what? I want my money to be tax free at the end of this. Like I just want to see that. I just want to see it, grow and grow and grow and not worry about it. And then when it's time to 60, I'll buy a house with her or something. I'll buy something that like, I'll splurge on something absolutely insanely stupid. Yeah, honestly though, in 40 years, check back with me because I probably won't do that. But I probably won't do that.
Yeah.
But it's nice to think about. Or maybe I'll buy like a. I don't even know. But it's nice to think about.
You should buy Zach Morris's jet.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I don't want that piece of crap.
No, exactly, right?
What do you call it? Yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about it. I like this question too. Hugh, how do you feel at such a young age as being successful as you are, and where do you see yourself going in the next 10 years? I definitely think that I'm successful, but I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be. I think that the next 10 years, I really want to work really hard for the next 10 years so that I can really enjoy life after. Like, I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. But I don't want to spend 16 hours at the market. At the market. Yeah, at the market. I don't want to spend 16 hours at the desk. I don't want to be doing DD at 3 a.m. So I think my ideal goal is, like I said, create 7 figures in passive income. Create 7 figures in passive income. My ultimate goal is to open up like a campus for special needs people and people with disabilities.
Wow.
And because after what I realized was that after like 21 or even 18 in some states, they're kind of just people with disabilities are kind of just kicked to the curb and kind of like, hey, figure it out. And that's really heartbreaking to me.
Absolutely.
And so one of the things I want to do is create like a campus to where they still learn during the morning, and they still learn during the morning, but then towards the afternoon they're getting to work, and they're getting to really feel like they have a purpose. And that's like the biggest thing that like I found was that they don't feel that they have a purpose, and once they stop learning, then that's when you see things go downhill, and maybe they're not focusing on their goals, where in school they were focusing on their goals because they were learning, and then like sometimes their motory skills they diminish a little bit. So I think my biggest thing is that that's really where I want to go with my life. I think that that's my purpose. I don't want my purpose to be just making money. I want it to be leaving something behind. And I think that if I have it my way and I can do it, then that's going to be what I do.
Wow.
I think that that's like a really important to me. Donations and philanthropy has always been important to me, and that's because like even though I make more money than I ever could imagine, or not that I can imagine, but even though I make a good amount of money, it's always been important to me to always give back, and so that's where I think like within the next 10 years, that's really where I want to go.
Wow. I really love that. That's very beautiful. A lot of love. You got a heart of gold, sir, and we appreciate it. That's amazing.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So I think, that's really. I try and like be. Sometimes I get a little cranky because I'm tired, but I try and just. Like I try and just be as happy as possible because I've been unhappy. I've been unhappy, and I've been where all the new traders are, but then on top of that, it was also really tough for me with the heart condition at that time. So, and also like I was never really great in school. So that time of my life, like I was like, hey, listen, like if I never go back there, then I am, so happy. So money aside, I'm so happy. So I try and just be happy every day and bring like a good positive reaction to everything. And, every time that I've given somewhere, every time that I've done something good, I totally believe in karma. You
right.
know?
Yeah, 100%. Me too. We've been going almost an hour, so I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I know you're a busy guy. You got to get on with your day for sure. can we touch a little bit on LLCs and why you think that's so important for those traders who are maybe starting to do this full time?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, personally, anytime that you're going to be self-employed, whether it be like even selling fruit on like the side of the road or something, anything you're getting taxed, and I always think it's smart to do an LLC, and obviously for tax purposes, but also in the matter that like, hey, like if the SEP IRA is really good, you can contribute 50,000 to essentially a Roth IRA every year, and so that's like that's huge in my opinion. So that's like one advantage, and then like I said, at the LLC, the tax advantage, um, and I think it's like and taxing an LLC as an S corp. Yeah, so I choose the LLC because for me personally, like I use my LLC as like a holding company. So my LLC holds like three different companies underneath it, and it owns 50% of PGIR. So
Nice.
that's how. So I use my LLC more as like an umbrella, like more of like a holding company,
Okay.
and that's just the way that it works for tax purposes. It makes it super clean. I keep the balance sheet separate, and then also is that we talked about on PGIR, but mark to market is huge. The wash sale rule it gets diminished by that. So there's a lot of tax benefit. The biggest thing is the tax benefits, but also you get to write things off more. It's just cleaner all around. You get to write more things off. You don't have to worry about lawsuits. You don't have to. Let's just say that something crazy happens, and the TD Ameritrade wants to sue you, which I have seen happen. Then it keeps your personal assets out of it, and like I said, for tax purposes, this is the main thing. It just keeps it so clean.
Right. No, that's great. Love that. Yeah, I did kind of a similar thing with in Canada. I'm not sure if we can get LLCs or whatever, but I registered a business. We used to refinish guitars, and so we'd strip them down, sand them, and repaint them. And I remember the first year I
Yeah.
did that, it sent my taxes from like typically my tax lady could get me like $800, $900, and then I added my business on it, running at a loss. And all of a sudden, my return shot up to like almost I think it was like $2,100 or something like that. So it's like, man, if I can keep doing this, that'd be sweet. So that's
Yeah, no, the best investment, literally the best investment, I think, is education and a good tax person. I firmly believe that. I really firmly believe in a really good accountant.
yes, 100%. Um, Alrighty, sir. We're kind of through all the questions. We've been going for about an hour. Anything else you want to? Obviously your platform is bigger than mine, but anything you want to plug or any insider information that we can hear first live on the stream?
Well, I really think that what you guys. I think the one thing, if you guys are here on a I think if you guys are here on a Sunday afternoon, you probably have the drive to do this. And I think the biggest thing when you're first starting out is the mental hurdle. And and that's so, the mental hurdle is definitely one of the biggest things that we all have to get through. And even, like there's times where, I could lose like just this past week, I lost $30,000 on like some single trade and I was like, what the hell? Like this trade didn't even go down that much, and that would like cripple my account like just a few years ago.
Right.
So it's getting over the mental hurdles. That's the biggest thing because everybody that I know that's stuck to trading has been successful. It's just getting through the mental hurdles and getting through the learning curve. The learning curve is so steep, but once you're through that curve, it's over. Like obviously, you're gonna have bad quarters, you're gonna have bad months, but but once you're through there, it's the most blissful thing in the world. And I am on my parents' health insurance. I am on my parents' health insurance. That is true. But yeah, so I would say get through the mental aspect of it and just continue to grind. Have a real income while you're learning, because that was the biggest thing for me was that I was able to fund my trading account from the three jobs I worked. And because if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't have been able to trade. I would have blown up so many different accounts. So biggest thing is, biggest thing is going to be get through the mental hurdle, have an actual income coming in while you're learning to trade. And then after that, just take your time. I'm telling you, if you set a goal of being consistent for 2 years, I promise you that if you work at it and you grind at it, you will be there before you know it. And think about it this way, 2 years sounds like so much time, but if you take 2 years to even be successful for 20 or 10, if you're 45, 50, and you're just getting into the market, if you take those 2 years to learn, but then you have 10, 15 years of being consistent, successful, I mean, you'll make more money than you ever did, no matter what your job is.
100%.
And you'll have the freedom. That's the other thing, is that the freedom is just so nice.
Yeah. No, totally. I get it. I'm kind of in that boat too, right, guys? Like, I still work full time. I'm doing 12-hour shifts. I'm a bit lucky because my job is pretty laid back, so I can trade a little bit from work, not too much, but a little bit, and I get a lot of time off during the week as well. But make sure you have that consistent income coming in, and like you said, guys, play with beer money, just stuff you can afford to lose, okay, and just keep learning and keep pushing. Don't give up, alrighty? We can all make this work. We just need to keep learning. Look, it's here on a Sunday, and we're learning from the best of the best here. So I really appreciate you coming on, Hugh. That means a lot.
No, dude. Hey, thanks for having me. And seriously, everybody, please, this is like your third or fourth interview, I think it was, right? Or was Scalper Ryan your first one?
No, I've had a few. I had Fearless Trader, Mando Trading, Brady, and then Scalper. So yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So I think please subscribe. Because all you're doing is gonna help out yourself if you subscribe. So hey, thanks, man, for having me.
Thank you so much.
And I'm sure we'll be talking this week.
Yeah, 100%, man. I will definitely hit you up, and maybe we'll do a part 2 in the future if everyone would be into that. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and we'll do face cam eventually. I'm gonna do my reveal soon.
That'll be awesome, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks so much, guys. All right, thank you, Hugh. Hugh signing off. All right, traders. How was that? Freaking cool, right? What a great guy. Coming on live to talk to us all. Learning so much today. Guys, if you want, at this point, we can throw the Discord in the chat. All right, if you guys want to join the 100 Crew Discord, or Fearless, if you want to throw yours in the chat there, I'm gonna put on some music now. How was that, guys? That was freaking awesome, right? So cool to have Hugh on the stream today. Man, we got 218 of us still in the house. Let's go! Woo! I really appreciate all the follows, guys. I'm gonna put out. There's 2 videos now because the Twitch kind of my Streamlabs crashed halfway through, unfortunately. So we will split these 2 streams up into part 1 and part 2. Okay, and I will tweet them out on my Twitter. So for anyone not following me on Twitter, here is the link. I will post the videos out on Twitter. Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. There's been 100 million and Hugh Henney live on stream. I'm sorry we didn't hear more about the mouse step. During the week, guys, I do some live day trading streams. Okay, so if you want to come and trade with me, I'd really love that. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun here on the stream, guys. And then on the weekends, we're going to be interviewing more Atlas guys coming up. We got Trey Scalps, we got Rodessa, Silky's coming up. Maybe we'll try to get Dan on here at some point too. That'd be a lot of fun. What about Atlas gals? 100%. That's in the work, Deb. Actually, that is in the work. We're trying to get some gals on here. Who's gonna be the first lady to be interviewed live on stream? We need Fappy Trades. I'll do my best. Atlas guys and gals, Deb. Come on now. All right, guys. So yeah, that's kind of it for me. What a fun stream we had today. Hugh is such a great guy. Good sport for coming on today. Alrighty. Atleen, yeah, well, we can get her on for sure. I'm going to be sending out some messages. We'll get some more lined up. You're going to follow me on Twitter, guys, so you can see all of the interviews coming up. Alrighty, traders. Any more questions for myself for the stream? You guys post in the chat. Man, I'm so fired up right now with Hugh Henney on stream. Woo! Love to see it. That was a lot of fun. And once again, guys, feel free to follow me on Twitch. It really supports me in the channel and let me keep doing these interviews. And the subscriptions, they really help me, to keep coming back here. I put a lot of time into these streams, and so the subscriptions, they really help support me. Alrighty, I appreciate that a lot, and you get some fun stuff with it too. So here. Thank you for the hype train earlier, by the way. Let's go, dude. That was crazy. We had the freaking hype train going. Thank you for the follow. Usually I shout all you guys out, but we had so many followers today. I'm going to gift a few subs here, guys. So if you got any of those subs, congratulations, trader. Anyone got those subs? That's all for you, okay? Enjoy. You know, a sub is just beer money. It's not too expensive. You can sub for free on Prime as well, right, guys? You can sub for free. And like I said, or like Hugh said, it's going to it's gonna make Hugh feel a lot better about about losing his luggage. Yo, let's go, Fearless Trader! Shout out to Fearless Trader, guys. If you're not following him on Twitter, go hit him with the follow. Thank you so much for the subs, bro. Woo! That means a lot. Love the support here. Thank you guys so much. We hit hot, like all-time highs. I think we were at 378 the first part of the two-part stream. Man, that was so awkward, dude. I looked at my screen and everyone's like, man, what happened? What happened? I'm like, bro. My stream, it crashed. I touched something and I think I crashed it. I think it was my fault. I touched something in Streamlabs and I shouldn't have touched that. Market makers took it down. Yeah. WK does. Market makers took down the stream. Happens to Brady every day. Yeah, that's true. His streams do that as well. All right, traders. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Alrighty. I'm going to throw up a timer in a second, and we'll listen to some music, and we'll kind of wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for the support. And if you guys did have a sub and you're not anymore, I'd really love the resub. Alright, guys? There's a lot of energy on this channel. I don't know if you guys are ready for it. For all this energy I have. I'm like, we go crazy over here. Alright? See if I can get the timer up. Might not let me. Let's see. Interview me. 1K to 1 million in 3 months. Oh my god. Congratulations, Jay Weezy. Dang, dude. That's crazy. Let me throw this timer up, guys, and we're just kind of chilling out now. Hugh is the best, dude. We're gonna try to have him on again after I do my face reveal. Alrighty, guys. Once again, if you guys don't know me, I'm a day trader and partial swing trader, okay? I trade off momentum and technicals. Alrighty. Sparkle says, how? Yeah, how? I just taken his word for it. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much for the follow. They're still coming in. Here, let me move my my timer so we can see that. Alrighty. Thank you guys for the follow. Really, really appreciate that. Fearless with the gifted. Had a hype train earlier. Let's go, dude. Hey, Deb, put in a word with RCB. We gotta get him on here next. How's that basketball game, by the way? I haven't been able to, obviously, tune into it. Good luck to the Hawks. How are we doing in the game? Hawks up 53 to 49. All right, let's go Hawks. We love Deb here in stream. Alrighty, guys. If you'd like to join the Discord, I think it was posted somewhere. Please follow me on Twitter, and you guys keep up to date on these interviews when I go live. Alrighty, traders. I love you guys too. Deb, are you gonna be the next interview? We're gonna interview Deb next, or what? Just joined. Thanks for the great interviews. Yeah, not a problem, sir. Mr. Vicfinity. Me? About sports? Yeah, sure. We'll come on and we'll talk about sports. It won't even be a stock stream. Thanks, man. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back. All right. Nikki the Greek. Shout out. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. Isla King. When does Hugh coming up? Hugh just left, but you can check out the video right after I wrap up stream. Actually, I think you can already check out the first half. So if you go to my videos on the Twitch, you can start watching it. And yeah, as soon as I'm done streaming, the second half will be posted. Alrighty, Mr. King. When I think of the Hawks, I think of Dominique. Awesome. Thanks. See you again soon. Alrighty. I'll see you soon. I hope you guys all come back. Hashtag Deb next. Yeah, I would really appreciate the follow, guys. Thank you, the Grand Exchange. If you guys want to support the stream. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Let's do the stats. Let's run the stats. What do we got? Currently 104 viewers, 615 followers, and 185 subscribers. Thank you, Oski. Appreciate you, brother. When Ontario opens back up, we got to grab beer and, of course, talk stocks. I am completely down, Mr. Capable Rhino. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to open up soon, I think. Next week, I think they're doing the restaurants. Here, let me throw the Discord up again in the chat. For anyone who wants to hop into our Discord, feel free. Alrighty, guys. Hashtag Deb next. Are we gonna get that trending on Twitter? Hashtag Deb next. Deb's like, what? I'm not following you. I was just thinking that too. I was like, Deb's gonna be following you. Dang. Thank you, Senpai Trade. We got Trey Scalps next, guys. Next weekend. Trey Scalps is coming on live. And then we have Rodessa coming on, okay? So look forward to that. They're coming up next. Heading to Twitter to post now. Awesome. Thank you, Oski. For sure. If you guys want to share the stream on Twitter, I love that. I'll like every single one. 100 million at Deb likes to read on live stream, right, Deb? Deb likes to read on live stream. Yeah, man, it is a tight lineup. I'm very excited. And then we have Silky on after that. I never get to read. Deb, should we do a reading stream? You can just hop on and read something. RSB makes me make stuff up. Gotcha. Sure, I'll read to you guys. What do you want to read, Deb? Like Cat in a Hat or something, or like the entire VPA? It's got to be one or the other, right? Just wow. I'm gonna do a Cat in a Hat. Alright, yeah, let's do it. I'm down. That's more on our level. VPA would take like 2 days. Yeah, honestly. Can we do a 48-hour stream, Deb? Are you down for that? Just book some time off work. We'll do a 48-hour stream. Tag team? Yeah, we can take turns. That's fine. We'll take turns. We'll go every other sentence or something. Maybe not every other sentence. Every other page. How about that? Every other sentence, I might lose track. Read the book, then read the market. That's what we'll call it. Hour on, hour off? Yeah, all right. I like that. So we each get 24. Yeah, okay, I can do that. So it's official. Me and Deb are going to be reading VPA for you all. It's kind of like audiobook, but it's going to use way more of your cell phone data, all right? It's going to, like, just a ton of cell phone data. So make sure you buy the top cell phone plan, and you can listen to VPA. Okay, so I was streaming Rocket Catching Bob at work, and I didn't realize how much data it was using. And so I ended up, I was streaming them every day, right, for my job, and I work 12-hour shifts, so I had time to stream them and kind of do my job. I work from my computer a little bit, right? And I ended up using 20 gigabytes of data in like 4 days. Oh my god, dude! And I didn't realize because I have 20 gigabytes like built into my plan, and so I didn't know until it said you've used all your data, and I was like, what, bro? Are you serious? How did I use 20 gigabytes? And then I was like, well, I guess it's the live streams. So now I have to just kind of dip my toes into the live streams for Rocket Catching Bob. I jump in, throw a comment in, read it, and I have to jump out. Unless I'm at home, of course, then I join in. Unlimited data, please. Yeah, dude, the Canadian cell phone plan, it's like straight up robbery, dude. Unbelievable. You, my friend, are legendary. Yeah, you know what? Shout out to everyone, every single trader who followed the stream today. Guess what? You're here on a Sunday, and you're going to make it in this market, okay? And I want to tell you something. From me, 100 million, from Hugh Henney, to all you guys who joined us today, all right? One, you're going to make it, and you will have financial freedom and will be trading full time. And two, you are legendary. Let's go. Woo! 2 years, guys. 2 years. That's what I'm giving myself, okay? 1 year for getting all my screw-ups in, okay? And next year we hit it big, alrighty? The ultimate hype man. I appreciate your positivity, brother. Thank you, Mr. Tony Stark. Alrighty. Okay, guys, we got 33 more seconds left to stream. Look at the message on the mods Twitter when you have a chance. Yep, for sure. I will check that out, Cuban Trader. I'm just gonna wrap things up here. So thank you guys so much for joining me live on stream today. Remember, I appreciate and love every single one of you traders. Okay, so throughout the week, I do live day trading, or if I'm working, I do market recaps at the end of the day. Alrighty, weekend grinders, that's right, Infinity. Alrighty, so live day trading and market recaps throughout the week, and then on the weekends, I dive into these Twitch interviews, guys. We had Hugh Henney today. He's gonna come back. I can feel it in my bones. We got along pretty well, actually. He's a really cool guy. It's really sweet for him coming on today. Appreciate that a lot from you. Alrighty, traders. So thank you so much for joining me. Time for food and basketball. Hey, Church RC. Where is Deb's pizza? Where is it? Deb needs her pizza for the game, and she needs it now. Where is it, Church? And also, Deb, thank you for the sub earlier. I saw that. Don't think I didn't see that. And we have these cool little sub badges that are going to be coming out very shortly. Just waiting for them to get approved. Okay, so they're these little dollar bills, right? It's a $100 bill, and it's got the you see my oh man, my profile picture. It's got that on the dollar bill, so that's gonna be the sub badge. It's pretty cool. And Deb's 2 months, so Deb's gonna skip the first one and go to the second one, which is gonna be a little stack of money. Okay, love it. 2 months. Deb's up for 2 months. Let's go! Woo! Give me all the money. Yeah. So the idea behind the sub badges, guys, is that the money's gonna kind of keep growing as you're sub for longer and longer, which I really love that idea. So, yeah, stay sub, guys, and your money is just gonna build. Alrighty, compound it, compound it. Yeah, we appreciate you, JB Paper Stacks. Love you coming on stream. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop out of stream, and I'm gonna hop off mic anyway. Jump in the chat for a little bit, play some tunes, and call it quits. All right. Yeah, shout out to Deb. She's the freaking best. And keep an eye out for we're gonna read the entire VPA for a 48-hour straight stream. Okay, we're gonna be taking turns, hour on, hour off. All right, traders. Thank you so much for joining us today. That was Hugh Henny, myself, 100 a million. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, 100 out. What's up, traders? We still got 80 of you in the room. Bro, literally yesterday, 80 was the highest amount of viewers I've ever had. Congratulations, you made it to the point in my streams where I make the ending way too long. And you know when you go to the movies and you see the Marvel, right? Those Marvel movies, and they get the post credits video. I've been kind of doing this in my streams, just because I think it's funny. I have no business doing this, but I think it's really funny. So, congratulations, you found the post credits video. All right, where nothing really special happens. You just get a little bit more of my voice. All right. So Zirab, yep, the stream is ending. However, part 1 is already posted for the Hugh Henney interview, and then the stream crashed, which really sucks because we lost about 100 viewers on that. I noticed, but we booted it back up. We got back up to 240. Alrighty. Yeah, this will be part 2 as soon as I'm done streaming. We've been going for about an hour and 10 now. I'm on my tractor fixing my driveway. Hell yeah, dude. How's it going? Paint cracker. Fix that driveway, brother. Still want to listen to more. Gotcha. Yeah, usually I'll announce something in these, but I kind of already did. We got Trey Scalps coming on live next week, and Rodessa coming on live next week. And we're working on Silky as well. Alrighty, traders. Have a good weekend, Mr. Tony Stark. We're going to be wrapping things up here in a minute. I just like to do my my Marvel ending on my streams. I feel like I find this funnier, like, more than anybody else. I don't even know why I do this. I'm surprised that all 8 of you, I'm surprised it hasn't cut down to 40, to be honest. Nobody's clicking off yet. That's what I do. I hop on and I try to chase everybody out if they haven't left yet. Hey, bro, appreciate the streams. Keep up the great work. Thanks a lot, my man. Can't wait for Trey. He's so calm. Dude, he's one of the most relaxed people I've ever heard in my life. All right? If you want just to do the most relaxed, calmest trading, Trey Scalps. He takes chill to a whole new level and kind of redefines chill. And, you'll see his name under chill in the definition beside ice. You know what I mean? We love him. And he's coming on live next weekend. Alrighty. Trey's voice sounds like ASMR. It really does, doesn't it? It's quite nice. My voice sounds kind of like a train wreck, especially when I do those loud, I do a bit too much screaming on here, but you guys seem to love it, so you know what I mean? You can quote me on that, too. My voice sounds like a train wreck. Just remember, guys, moral of the story from today's interview, okay? We're all going to be able to do this, alrighty, traders? And I'm being 100% real with y'all, okay? We can all make this work, alrighty? You're putting in the time. There's 80 of you in the room still, okay? There's 80 of you here. We had 380 earlier. All these traders who they're putting in this hard work every weekend, every passing moment. They're trying to further themselves. They're going to do it. Alrighty? Give yourself 2 years. That's what I always say. Alrighty, traders. We're now down below the Twitch partnership average, which means I'm going to hop off. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys all come back. I really love the activity we had today, and it would mean a lot to me if we keep that activity going forward. All right, traders. Thanks so much for joining me. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I stream every single day, traders. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys. 100 out.